one of the things that obviously has come up a lot lately, and even over the last few years, is sort of this like accounts receivable. And is there a way that barter can work into sort of the accounts receivable you have in your normal business?
Absolutely. No business likes to have accounts receivable, but they often do from time to time. And unless you're in a cash business like a restaurant or something like that, but most businesses have receivables on the books, and cash is still king. So obviously, any business would want to make their best effort to collect any outstanding receivable in Canadian dollars. But there are times where the purchaser in the transaction isn't able to pay. They're asking for terms that are unreasonable, or if you're just feeling like that receivable is about to slip into a bad debt, collecting a receivable in barter credits is actually the best thing to do. So versus zero, again, it goes back to cash is still king, but barter is greater than zero. So if you're in a situation where you're dealing with some of your clients out there that are managing small businesses and have AR, one of the ways to collect receivables is in barter credits. So that's simply just teaming up with your barter coach, letting them know which businesses sort of owe you money, how much money they owe, and then they'll get back to you on if that's going to fit into the whole barter ecosystem. Yeah. Right. So there's certain businesses where it might not work, but most of the time it does work. So it could be that a sign company produced a sign for a restaurant, and that restaurant owes the sign company $5,000. They're not paying the bill for whatever reason. Then we would suggest going in there and approaching them with the idea of either a direct trade to clear it up, so they can go to call up the restaurant and say, hey, you know what, you owe us $5,000. We'll take $5,000 in gift certificates directly. That zeroes out the receivable. Then the sign company would take those gift cards, either use some for themselves, or they can resell them back through the barter ecosystem to earn barter credits so they can diversify their spending. Or they can actually have the barter coach contact their receivable directly, in this case the restaurant, and say, hey, let's talk about barter and organize barter, and we'll sort of give you a barter loan to fund the payout of the receivable to the sign company, and then they can pay off that loan over time with their own gift cards, right? It's a win-win-win scenario. So yeah, super important if any business has AR.
And timing of that's really important, because obviously if you wait to the point where it is actually too late, so the company's actually gone out of business,
it slips away.
The barter opportunity is exactly zero.
Exactly.
And your cash opportunity is also zero. So so it's important that you catch that early enough that you haven't gone that way. And also sometimes it can be to a customer who's like, they're a customer you really like working with, but they've just gotten in a bad shape because, well, right now, obviously things may not even be their own fault. And it just gives you an opportunity to have a reset with them and say, okay, well, let's reset what you currently owe in barter, and then you're not going to have terms moving forward, but at least we can work moving forward, as opposed to going, well, that customer is gone, and now they're going off and chasing some other supplier, right?
Exactly. Now they're buying from your competitor.
Yeah.
Right.